Now, I want to get into what are the similarities between business and basketball to you. You've been doing this for a while. I've been trying to relate a few things to our audience, but I want to hear it from someone with experience, someone that is in the trenches day in, day out. What are some of the similarities to basketball, and what are some tactics that maybe employees listening to this can take away?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is that I actually use the same practices with my business clients as I do my basketball clients. The first thing that you want to do is you want to have a clear objective. And so, basketball players, that might be improve your jump shot. Business, it might be, get more sales calls or improve your ROI or whatever it is. Okay, so you have to have a clear objective. And the important is, you notice I didn't say objectives. You have to have a clear objective. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people struggle with is they have so many things that they want to do that they're scattered all around. And really, you have to be able to prioritize. So number one is have a clear objective, which means what I do is the first thing I do with all my clients is say, what are all the things that you want to improve and want to get better at, both business and basketball? The next thing I do is say, okay, what is the most important thing on this list? If you only could get better at one of these things, if you only can improve one of these things, which one is going to give you your biggest bang for your buck? When they say it, I go, okay, that's number one on our list. Then number two, what is the second most important thing? Then I say, what's number three? And then after three, I draw a line and people freak out. They're going, whoa, what about everything else? And I say, there's no possible way that we can focus on more than three things. And to be honest with you, we shouldn't work on number two until number one is accomplished, because you said that once you thought it through, number one was the most important thing. And if nothing else happened, if number one happened, then we'd be good. So let's focus on that until we get that. And then once we get that, then we move on to number two, then we move on to three. Then we can start kind of focusing and reprioritizing our energy on other things. But I think number one is they have to make sure that they lock in on an objective. Number two, once they have that objective, I like to use the GPS analogy. Now you know where you want to go. Now you have to put together a strategic roadmap to get there. So that means not just like when you get in a car, I think this is where a lot of people fail too, especially in the business world. They think, I know where I want to go, and so I'm going to get there. Imagine if you got in your car and you didn't have your phone there and you said, all right, you know what? I need to go from St. Louis to Philadelphia. Go. You'd have no idea. And then some people think, all right, I know it because I know Philadelphia is northeast. Well, great. Northeast could get you to Pittsburgh. It could get you to New York. It could get you to DC. It could Boston. You don't know where you're going. You just know you're going northeast. The only way to do it is by saying, all right, listen, when you pull out of the driveway, you go right. At the stop sign, you make a left. And it has to be that strategic where you know exactly how to get there so that you can get there. So number two is create a roadmap that allows you to not only know what direction you're going, but know exactly the steps. And I believe that most people fail at accomplishing things because they focus so much on direction, the northeast, instead of the steps to get there. I'll give you an example. If I said, like right now, today, what is somebody's goal in the business world? A lot of people would say, get more sales. And I'd say, okay, great, get more sales. What do you need to do to get more sales? And they would take one step backwards. And the one step backwards would be, you know what? I need to create a funnel, or I need to do this, or I need more calls. But go back another step, go back 5 steps, because the first thing that you need to do is you need to research your target market. And so the first thing you need to do is do the market research. So you find out who you're trying to attract, who your target customers are, what are their, how can you speak to them, how can you show empathy to whatever they're dealing with in their world so that you can relate to them. But now we're actually talking. But most people go one step back. So it'd be like if somebody was in the basketball world, I want to get better at shooting, and they think, all right, all I got to do is shoot a bunch of shots. Well, if you're shooting the wrong way, you're going to keep getting the wrong results. So what do you have to do? The first thing you have to do is film your shot. They think, what? Film my shot? How does that help me get a better shot? Because if we don't know what's going on, then we can't tweak it. So the first thing you have to do is you have to take kind of an analysis of everything that's going on. And then what I do in the basketball world and the business world is kind of like a SWOT analysis where what's going well, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, but then go further into that and really ask them to kind of look at what's causing those things. Because I think most people look at just the result of what's happening instead of what's causing those things to happen. So instead of saying what's going on, most people would say, well, weakness, let's say the basketball world, a weakness is I'm missing shots. What's causing it? And if you don't know what's causing it, you can't fix it. And so that's what I would say in the business world and basketball world. That's how it really works together is, the number 2 thing is building a strategic kind of roadmap to get you there. Number 3 is have some kind of accountability partner, which is why I think executive coaches and why I think skills coaches are so important, because that's when you get off track. Their job is to get you back on track. Like I joke around and I'm like, yo, I'm the guy. Just think about, when you're on your phone and Siri's going rerouting, as annoying as it is, you need her to reroute you to get you back on course. That's what an executive coach, that's what a skills coach does. And then once you're there, those are the 3 main steps. Analyze what's going on, look at the causes, not the what's happening. Make sure you put together that roadmap once you find everything out, and then get you a executive coach or skills coach or somebody, an accountability partner that can help, make sure that you're being real with yourself.